hot toffee. And what actually happens at the end of the dish, it's really incredible. He's going to start to, soon he's going to put this onto his plate.
That's
and
right.
You'll see the toffee. From what I remember, you see lots of strings of toffee going around, and
That's
it looks like
right.
a piece of art.
And we've talked a lot about these knives and these woks, but when we get this food, we're using chopsticks to eat this. We're not using a wok.
No.
Welcome back. We're live in Times Square for NTD's 4th International Chinese Culinary Competition. We are in the final round of the finals featuring the Northeastern cuisine. It's been 2 days of non-stop cooking extravaganza, and we are right in the heat of it right now on cooking station number 4.
He's making his required dish of stewed pork sliced with preserved cabbage, which is basically...
And here he's adding the pork slices right now into those preserved cabbages as he stirs them up. There's 9 different ways a Chinese chef is using that wok to stir fry.
But here he's actually stewing all of the food, and it looks wonderful.
That's right. We're so proud to sponsor this event. It's sponsored and created by New Tang Dynasty Television. We have a mission of bringing truthful and uncensored information into and out of China and promoting traditional Chinese culture. And to do that, we have transformed Times Square, inspired by Tang Dynasty capital Chang'an. And 1,200 years ago, Chang'an actually gathered the influences from all across the Middle East, Asia, and Europe. People flocked there. It was the ultimate destination of the Silk Road. And there they were trading in culture and fashions. It was also the financial and cosmopolitan, bustling city of the times, just like New York City is today.
Yes, it's pretty incredible. You'll also notice that in the chef's kitchen, they have supervisors standing in there. Now, these chefs have to prepare, what is it, 2 required dishes and 1 self-selected dish in just 1 hour.
That's
and they
right.
have no sous chefs to help them.
That's right. That supervisor is actually just watching over them. It's an extra pair of eyes, making sure that they are following all the requirements of the competition and that they aren't cheating or adding any secret ingredients.
Yes, they can only use the authorized spices, and they are not allowed to add any MSG or preservatives. They also have to make sure that they're able to maintain their workspace sanitation and personal hygiene.
That's right. Their
personal
rules. Hygiene is going to influence the nutritional qualities of the dish. And nutrition is one of the 2 main pillars of Chinese cuisine. It's not just how tasty it is, but it's also how healthy it is.
Yes. Now here we're in cooking station number 3, and we're looking, again, there are 2 people preparing this very popular northeastern dish called sweet potatoes and hot dogs.
That's right.
Coffee.
Now we're watching Zhi Zhang from Georgia, USA.
So he's just finished up this dish, and he's scooping it out. He's coated it with the hot toffee that he made first. He had swirled all of that sugar into his wok to make that hot toffee.
That's right. We see that the chefs using a lot of different unique skills to create these fascinating dishes. Right now we are featuring the Northeastern cuisine, but for the past 2 days it's been a non-stop cooking extravaganza featuring the 5 major cuisines, which were Sichuan, there were also Cantonese, Huaiyang, and the old, most traditional Chinese cuisine, Shandong.
Now here we're in cooking station number 1. It's Zhen Xiaozhang from Canada, and he's making the other required dish of gently fried tenderloin shreds. The judges really had to think hard about how they were working on making their dishes, you know, which dish they would make as the required dish. So if you notice, these tenderloin are shredded very finely, and they have to be cut in a way where they're all evenly sliced so that they cook properly.
That's right. Despite the fact they have very little time, they can't hurry because they have to make sure all of these principles are being followed and all the quality is being made. And we watch the judges trying out the sweet potato with the hot toffee right now.
The dishes are supposed to be tender but not rare. They should be well done but not tough. And they're rich in flavor, and its dishes are sumptuous and substantial.
That's right. And if you want to try some of these delectables, you can go to booth number 4 in the Villager. You can buy tickets and come and try some of this traditional Chinese cuisine for yourself.
Actually, I'm trying it right now. I'm trying the sweet potato and hot coffee.
That looks delicious.
Wow. It is incredible.
That's right. And for the past 2 days, these chefs have been working really hard to make it into the finals. And here they are, showing us the best of what they have as they compete for the grand prize of $10,000.
I think they really deserve to get a lot of cheering on. Here we see one plating his required dish. It's Zheng Zhang. He's completed his required dish of gently fried tenderloin shreds, which they will bring over on a sedan to the judges. Let's get everybody to cheer on these chefs. Over to you, Cece.
All right, guys. 加油 is the Chinese word to say to cheer on to the chefs. Now let's hear you guys say that. 1, 2, 3. 加油! Is that all you can do? Let's hear it one more time. 1, 2, 3.
加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！加油！
And we're back live at Times Square, having a great time cheering on these chefs as they race to complete their masterpieces here in the final round of the finals of NTD's 4th International Chinese Cooking Competition. We are here featuring the Northeastern cuisine.
Yes, and you'll notice that the chefs are all using woks. Even when they stew in the wok, you can see that they not only stir fry things in the wok, but they're right here. We're looking at the water simmering. He's stewing his meat. They also braise their foods. They fry it. They deep fry it.
That's right. They only have one tool, and they do it for all of these different things, including making hot toffee. And when it comes to stir frying, there's 9 different ways that a Chinese chef is stir frying his ingredients in the wok.
Yes.
But it's not just the wok that is so fascinating. It's also the Chinese cooking knife. They use this one knife for everything. They can cut, slice, mince, shred, dice, roll cut, patty cut, crush, tenderize. It seems endless. They use it to cut, to scoop. And they need this one tool to be so versatile because they are balancing so many ingredients and so many principles and having to work so fast to create these unique, traditional, and succulent flavors.
Yes. You'll see how
This is cooking station number 1 we're looking at right now, Zhenxiang Zhang from Canada. He's cooking also sweet potato and hot toffee for his self-selected dish, but right now it looks like he's creating his required dish.
Yes, he's just completed his gently fried tenderloin shreds. You know, they chop them so finely, they look like noodles.
And this is cooking station number 2. He's also chosen the sweet potatoes with hot toffee too. Oh. Now we're looking at the earthly triple delight that's being prepared in cooking station number 2.
What they do is they fry the potato, the green pepper, and the eggplant together. So they do all of them. We're looking, he has just been stir frying his eggplant, but it's called earthly triple delight because the foods are grown close. All 3 of those elements, the potato, the pepper, and the eggplant, grow close to the earth.
Oh.
Yes. So, and it's, you know, it takes they have to cut, like everything else, they have to cut them just perfectly. It's amazing how they only have these very simple tools. Basically, they have 3 tools, right?
That's right. The unique thing about the Chinese philosophy is these simple principles bring out all of these wide variety of different experiences, and we see that in the culinary arts with these very simple tools and also very simple principles. Yin Yang is part of the Chinese philosophy, and we see that symbol a lot in Tai Chi, but it's also part of Chinese cuisine. You have spicy dishes, you have using a lot of fresh vegetables to balance the hotness, and in the sweet dishes they also use salt to make the sweetness more rich.
Yes, actually, Lao Tzu, the founder of the Tao school, said 2,500 years ago that man follows the earth follows the Tao, and Tao follows nature. So good food preparation and consumption are also part of this great way, or what Lao Tzu calls the Tao.
That's right.
There's a saying that the knife never leaves a chef's hand, just like a song never leaves a singer's lips. You must work hard and then you will get rewarded.
That's right, and they say that that a chef's soup is very much it's his own style, and it's very similar to how an opera singer's own voice has its own style.
It looks like Jushu Jung, like from Georgia, has just completed his required dish of gently fried tenderloin shreds. He's dishing it out and making sure the appearance is proper. You'll notice that it has, you can see one of the, how finely
and
shredded
evenly
shredded the tenderloin is, and it has a nice little kind of gleam to it, which is pretty.
It does, it does. We've been watching a lot of this, and our audience has had an opportunity to taste some of this food. Let's cut to the audience and see how they're enjoying this lovely competition. Over to you, Cece.
Hello everyone out there. Welcome to the 4th NTD's International Chinese Culinary Competition. And with me here, I have some friends from Russia, right?
Привет!
Привет!
How do you like this competition right now?
It's very interesting, and I'm a cooker, and it's a lot of experience for me here. And I see how Chinese cookers cooking here for everybody. It's very nice, and I love it.
What do you like about Chinese food?
I like noodles. I like how Chinese cooking pork. It's my favorite, and I like all sauces.
Yes, absolutely. And we are right here trying to promote traditional Chinese cuisine. You know, Chinese cuisine is actually so much more just about the sweet and sour pork or sweet and sour chicken. Indeed, it has 5,000 years of history. Now how about you try some traditional Chinese cuisine? And here for you too. Take your time and let me know what you think about it, okay? It is Northeastern Chinese cuisine. Take your time. It's sweet and delicious. Do you know what this is? It's sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
Do you like it?
I am really great.
Thank you so much. Now let's get back to you guys.
Welcome back. We're live in Times Square for NTD's 4th International Chinese Culinary Competition. We are in the final round of the finals, and there is less than 25 minutes left for these chefs competing in the Northeastern cuisine to finish their 3 dishes. They have 1 self-selected dish and 2 required dishes that they are racing to complete here in the final round of the finals. And we are featuring the Northeastern cuisine.
Yes, this is a traditional cuisine competition, and the food is judged on its color, aroma, taste, and cut. Decoration and carving are not actually part of the judging criteria. And if a chef spends too much time on carving and decoration, he might even get his points deducted.
That's right, because the taste, we were saying, is the inner spirit of the dish, and that's what this competition wants to revive, is the inner spirit of all of these lovely cuisines. And if you focus too much on the surface, you could get points deducted for not focusing on the inner spirit of these cuisines and getting those flavors out.
Yes,
all with these unique cutting skills and amazing ingredients.
Yes, the chef's virtue is demonstrated by making optimal use of the ingredients without letting anything go to waste.
That's right. We were talking about how food also is a combination of 2 characters, meaning good person. So you have to be a good person to make good food, and not wasting is very much a part of being a good person.
That's right, Sen. And traditional Chinese cooking requires clarity of mind and remaining calm. One's conduct and moral code was inseparable from their task when it came to Chinese culinary arts, or any art for that matter.
That's right, and that's why we love our mother's cooking so much, because there's so much heart and so much love going into that cooking. We talk a lot about mind-body principles when it comes to Asian arts, and we often think of the martial arts, but it's also principles that transcend culture and go through many different arts, and we are seeing that here today with the Chinese culinary arts.
We're looking at Xiang Yong Yuan from Dublin, Ireland, who is making his own self-selected fried hot green pepper with potato shreds, which reflects the cold weather of that area.
That's right, the northeastern region is a very cold weather, and the vegetables that are used as the